Play the game.
Hey everybody, welcome to Two Comic Book Dudes. This is TCBD Dead Talk. It's Monday, but we're giving everybody a chance to watch the episode before we start spoiling it. So I'm Aaron, editor-in-chief.
It's my fault. I went and saw wrestling last night. It's my fault.
And you didn't get blown up.
I did not. There was a terrorist threat, and we're still here.
That's right. I think they were just afraid of, getting body slammed or triple H'd or whatever. What do they do now? I don't know.
Don't threaten a whole bunch of rednecks. We chanted USA so many times last night, you wouldn't believe it.
Probably scared them off.
We did.
That's funny.
That and all the SWAT guys outside with the M16s.
Yeah, I could see that would be a deterrent. All right, well, every week we get together, usually right after The Walking Dead and Into the Badlands, and we talk about the episode, get a video up for you guys. We kind of do a play-by-play of what happened, and we try to spoil as much as humanly possible just because, that's who we are.
Yeah,
yeah, and this was a big episode. We've still got one more week before the mid-season finale. Sorry, I don't want to scare anybody there. Mid-season finale. But we do have a break then between then and I believe February something or other before the next episode comes out. So there's a couple months break. Yeah, wow. Yeah. So, and that's usually what they do every season. So it's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So
this
episode
show anymore, so it's fun.
It is. Yeah, and they take that break. Although, if you go like, what was it, Mad Men, another great AMC show, and they did that break of like 9 months and then came back with like the last episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's watch the finale in 9 more months. Just one episode. Just wait for it,
We all got to go back and binge before we watch that one.
Right. Luckily, we were in the process of catching up on the show, so we finished those last 2 seasons in between that period and caught up, and it's like, oh, now the last episode's on. Let's watch it. So that was funny. Yeah. All right. So this week, season 6, episode 7, it's called Heads Up. And we both watched it, right? So we can talk about how wonderful it was. I think our prediction came true. Glenn snuggled up under the dumpster. So it was nice, they panned out and they kind of showed that it was Nicholas laying across Glenn, getting his guts ripped out and eaten, and not actually Glenn's guts getting ripped out and eaten. He looked like he was screaming for dear life, but he didn't look like he was screaming, hey, my guts are getting eaten.
Out of pain. More of just out of holy crap, what's going on?
Yep. So it was like, this guy's getting eaten on top of me. Quick, let's get into the dumpster. And then he stabs a few walkers, and then he just stays there.
Probably
he pretty
much barricades himself in with all the dead ones that he's got around it,
Right. So it was smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. I've seen a bunch of memes, with Rick calling him on the walkie and going, "Hey, you are the one under the dumpster." Pretty funny. So, if you haven't seen episode 1, that's a flashback to episode 1. So anyway, all that happened. Glenn's still alive. Hooray! The next day, then I guess it's a day later.
However long, we don't even know.
Yeah, it's probably a day. It seems like walkers wandered off. Looking for other fresh meat to eat that wasn't under a dumpster. And, Nicholas is nowhere to be seen because he's been eaten by walkers. And Glenn climbs out from under the dumpster and grabs a water bottle and it's empty. And then Enid throws him one and splatters in a bunch of walker blood. So that's kind of gross. But he sees Enid and he chases after her and she doesn't want to be found. So the whole rest of this episode is kind of him trying to catch up with Enid, trying to convince her to come back, her trying to convince him that she just wants to be left alone. I'm kind of indifferent about Enid, like just leave her be. But I think she's going to play an important role in some things coming up. So we're just going to have to hold off on that. What do you think about her?
Yeah, I'm waiting for something to happen between her and Carl.
I don't know. I'm waiting for, we'll talk about Ronnie here in a little while, but I'm something bad's going to happen with Ronnie.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no. When we get to the end, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, because I think there's something bad about to go down. I think we're about to come in line with the comics on one big thing.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't quite put my eye on it, but it's going to leave a hollow place. is all I
Right?
can say. It's going to leave a hollow place.
Yeah. Like there's a socket missing or something.
Yeah. Hindsight is 2020, so we'll see what happens after.
All right, let's move on.
Anyway. But remember, you heard it here first.
That's right.
It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. Oh, anyway. All right. So Enid, yeah, she's not really any help. That's all I can say about Enid. Back in Alexandria, we do a lot of back and forth between Glenn and Enid, and then what's going on in Alexandria. Rick, obviously, walking the walls, checking, making sure everything's solid, and we see him touch the blood on the wall, and we kind of get the feeling that this is more, the walker's pressing up against it, and he feels like because they're leaking through the wall in a way, that's kind of dangerous. So he wants to reinforce that section of the wall. So I like that they kind of touched on that, something that they had foreshadowed earlier. You're going, what's going to happen here?
Right.
And it's more that this is a weak point. Not that it matters.
Not that it matters at all.
But,
bunch of crap, man.
Yeah. Just when we get to like a piece of the wall, then whatever. We'll talk about that before we get to the end of the episode. Oh. So, Rick is checking the wall. Maggie's waiting for Glenn. Morgan's doing his little forms with his stick, all that good stuff.
Tachi stick.
Yeah. Let's see here. Glenn, I've got a note here that says Glenn finds the one guy that got left.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Walker guy. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
And he found his note that he wrote to his wife.
And I don't remember what the guy's name is. His wife was Patty, I think. Yeah. So he was writing a letter to Patty. I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it. Michonne's like, no, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. And he didn't make it. Yeah. So Glenn kills him, takes the note, and heads on home. But that's actually, is that before? That's really before he catches up with Enid, right? So
yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So Father Gabriel.
That's when he turns around and goes back. That's when he decides to go back and get her.
That's right. Yep. So I still don't. I mean, it's just more of the don't leave somebody behind. She's a kid. He wants to make sure she's taken care of, kind of thing. Yeah. She just wants to be left alone. That's so.
Yeah, she's over it.
Yeah. Yep. So back to Alexandria, and I mean, not that this was the funniest part. I laughed so hard. Father Gabriel's sticking up his signs, prayer circle by the solar panels, and Rick walks by and he's like, it just rips it down.
Ripping them down.
Like Father Gabriel comes back, puts one back up again. Like, you don't get the message here, dude. Nobody likes you.
We're going to use you as bait to lead them away from the wall.
Yeah, pretty much. He's going to dangle him. Anyway, talk about dangling in a minute. So yeah, Rick takes Carl and Ronnie to teach Ronnie a little bit more about using a gun, because he's expressed an interest in doing it, but he has an ulterior motive, obviously. And we'll kind of see where that goes, because it sort of comes out in this episode, but it sort of doesn't before we get done to the end. I don't want to jump ahead to that, but Morgan, he's got that wolf in that house. Yeah, so he's trying to take care of him. He's got that wound and he needs antibiotics. So he comes to the doctor lady, which I couldn't remember her name. I had to go look it up. Her name's Denise, because Tara says it later. And I was like, where's Denise? Right. So he wants some supplies to be able to take care of this guy. Well, he kind of ropes her into it then and says, I didn't want to get you involved in something that you didn't need to be involved with, more like a secret kind of thing. And her being the doctor that she is wants to help, and so she goes to help. Now, in between here, Rick and Carol and Michonne all confront Morgan about what happened with the wolves. And I like the way they do it, because first it's Rick sitting there talking to him. Mm-hmm. And then as he responds, there's Carol. And then as she responds to him and he responds back, and then Michonne's there. So you don't know it's all three of them against him. Right. You just kind of get the one-on-one conversation. I like the way they put that scene together. It's pretty interesting. But he's back to, his mantra is all life is precious. Right. And I think it's Michonne that says you can't live, life is not as simple as those 4 words. And I thought that was really interesting because it's true. Now Morgan says, I don't know what's right anymore. You know, all he has to live by is those 4 words. Everything else is confusion and anger and fear for him. And so I think that having that focus is really important for him. But he can't, that focus is keeping him from seeing the bigger picture, I think.
Right.
Unless for him, the bigger picture is those 4 words. And he thinks that that's kind of a way of keeping their humanity. And I don't know. So,
but can he change everybody?
Well,
like, it's all about like the second chance, basically, because he went through it, and I mean, really, Rick went through it and everything else. But some people don't care, and they're just not gonna.
True.
Or they were like that before, and this is just an excuse for them to be more free about it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think the true person is coming out in a lot of people where they kept that hidden. Maybe they just kick a dog once in a while. Now they don't have a problem putting a bullet in somebody's head.
Right.
You know. So it's just a matter of what the cultural norm is, what's accepted by society, you know.
Yep.
Speaking of society, we appreciate our society of viewers that watch us every week. And so in order to keep you guys watching and reward you for watching, we do have a giveaway from last week's episode. We did have 10 whole comments on the episode. Because of that, we are giving away the Walking Dead poster book. And this is volume 1. I believe I can never remember.
Oh, 3.
This is volume 1.
Oh, volume 1.
There was volume 1 of the poster book, but it does cover season 1, season 2, and season 3, I believe, because it's all the way up to.
Very cool.
Yeah, when Shane dies, so that's the end of season 3, right?
Yeah,
I think so. So anyway, yeah, Walker, Shane, some really cool posters. Anyway. The rest of you don't care. The only person who cares is the winner, right?
Right.
So we have our winner, and that winner is Ashley Junkerman. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, and commenting on not only our Walking Dead show, but on our Into the Badlands show, which is really appreciated. So if you would, I'll be messaging you on that video and asking you to email us your shipping address, and we'll get this shipped out to you just as soon as we can. So again, people do win. We hope to have her send us a picture of her getting this and opening it up and seeing all the cool posters, and we'll show you guys that. But yeah, people win real stuff on our show. It's awesome.
Yep. So keep commenting. You never know when you could win something.
That's right. Now, we usually tell you when you could win something, but you never know. I might just pull something off my shelf back here and go, hey, that's Walking Dead related. Like maybe
something.
A show.
Nice.
I have the governor up there too, so we'll see what happens. So, yes, so that's good. Winners. Okay, back to the show. That was our intermission, right?
Yes.
So Rosita is trying to train a bunch of the people from the town from Alexandria and Eugene
with machetes.
Yes,
machete training 101.
Basic weapons training. And Eugene's included in the group. And Eugene, the only word that comes to mind for Eugene in every episode so far that I know is coward. Eugene's a coward. There's nothing more to it. Eugene is, at this point, a useless coward.
He's just always afraid of everything.
Maybe they'll dangle him.
I don't know. Or at least put him to use doing something. Like, he's smart enough, he can make things and whatever. Put him just like, go do stuff. Here's a list of stuff, Eugene. This is all you have to do, and we will protect you, you know?
Well, and I've said before, in the comics, Eugene is their munitions person. He's helping to make the bullets.
Right.
Reload the bullets, yes.
Reload the shells.
You reload the shells. So he's helping to do that, which is really cool, but he's just not doing anything right now in the show. So
he's looking for that purpose. He's going to find it. I got faith in him.
We hope so.
Anyway, maybe, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, by the time they're done, Rosita has pretty much made him mad. He's gone off to mope somewhere. So we'll see what happens to that. All right. Then Glenn This is kind of where he went to Enid and says, I'm going to take you back because Maggie would want me to. And, blah, blah, blah. So back in Alexandria, Rick and some guy that I can't remember his name are working on the wall. And then this is where he sees the blood and where the walkers are just pushing against the wall. But they decide to build some more reinforcements to hold up that part of the wall, which is a good idea if, something else didn't happen later. Mm-hmm. Glenn and Enid on their way back find the balloons and the helium. And the whole time, so she's sitting there with this balloon full of helium. And the whole time Glenn's sitting there talking to her. And I'm just waiting for her to go.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, come on, just do it. And no, not once. You had to know they wanted to do that. But yeah, anyway, I was just waiting.
There's no telling how many takes that scene took because of them doing that or something,
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I just want to see a scene with like Glenn and Rick and Daryl all talking to each other, but all with breathing in helium and talking real high and squeaky. That'd be funny. So I like the way Glenn kind of gets to her, but he says, we honor the dead by going on. Mm-hmm. And it's very important. I mean, she thinks it's that, being alone and getting away from people, the world's, what does she say? The world's dying.
The world's dying. Yeah.
We just need to let it.
Yeah.
We're supposed to let it, she said. And he's like, no, the world's not dying. We need to live on for those who have died. And so,
right.
Yeah. Ron sneaks in past Lydia, I think is her name. The lady that takes care of the pantry, or maybe Linda.
Right.
I'm sorry. Sometimes, some of these characters, I just don't remember who they are. And some of the sites aren't any good on helping what their, some of the other players' names are. So I apologize if I've gotten names wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. But he makes a diversion, sneaks in to get the bullets. And that whole thing kind of culminates with him coming up behind Carl, pulling the gun out of his waistband. And we don't know until next episode.
Right. Because
of the big finish. What else happened before that?
We also had, what's his name? Trying to cross the walkers.
Spencer. Yeah. So Spencer thought it'd be a good idea to sneak out, throw a grappling hook, crawl across a wire, a rope, and get out over the walker horde and get a car and lead them away. What he didn't count on was the fact that he'd never really done a climb like that before, and so didn't know what he was doing. So he ends up dangling his walker bait, and Rick and was it Rick and Morgan?
Rick, Morgan, and the guy that was helping him reinforce.
Oh, right. Yeah. Paul or whatever his name is. I don't know. They're all named Paul. So yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So then Rick is mad about the whole thing, and Rick is mad because Spencer kind of gets in his face, and he's like, are you mad because you didn't think of this? Kind of like that. And Rick's like, if I would have come to you, would you have listened to me? And I don't want to hear that. What you did is stupid. Yeah. So I'm Rick. Leave me alone. But yeah, anyway. And then, so we don't know. Okay, Ronnie's going to kill Carl. Doesn't matter. Carol is trailing Morgan. It's like she's taking the baby. He's got the little Judith in her arms, running after Morgan. Where's he going? And then she's like, oh, wait, I have the baby. Yep. So she goes to Jesse and goes, hey, can you take care of Judith? I've got some stuff to do. Stuff and things I got to go do.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, and then she confronts Morgan. Tell me what's going on. So we don't know what's going to happen there either, because then all of a sudden the bell tower falls over.
Yep, the church.
Big finish of this episode was the bell tower for the church that had half burned decides it's going to keel over and take out a big section of the wall. So now we have the added fun of the wall coming down and the horde coming in. And we'll just have to see how that plays out next episode.
Yep.
So it's awful. Lots of stuff. So we have all these little threads. We have, Carol and Morgan. What's going to happen with that wolf that's in there? Is Carol just going to come in and strangle him with her bare hands? I don't see that happening. Maybe, but I don't know. What's Ronnie going to do? Is he going to shoot Carl? Is the horde going to get in and kill a whole bunch more people? Probably. I would say the guy that's been working on the wall with Rick is probably going to die, because I don't remember his name. So that's a sure sign that he will die.
Generic guy number 8.
He has a name. I remember hearing it a few episodes back, but next episode we'll find out his entire backstory. Then he'll die.
Right.
Because that's what they do. Let's get to know this guy. Let's really feel him, and he's dead.
Whatever. I'm just happy Glenn's alive, and we know it, and we're not having to worry about it anymore.
For now. But
that's with everybody. Everybody's alive for now.
Think about the end of the episode. What happened right before the bell tower fell? That's exactly what they were doing. They were looking up at the balloons. Remember? All those balloons got let loose. Why did they get let loose? Because maybe the walkers ate Glenn and Enid, and they had the balloons got loose. Probably not.
No. I wouldn't think so.
There was something about using them as a distraction.
Right.
So I don't know what that was all about, but I think it was more like a signal, hey, let's let them know we're here.
Right, we're here. Somebody's here.
Who knows? Yeah, but it could have been, too, the Horde was coming towards them, and they had to let them go and run. We don't know. So Glenn and Enid still outside the walls. Rick and everybody dealing with the Horde coming in through the wall. Carl getting ready to get shot somewhere, probably in the eyeball. Yeah, fun stuff.
Or they may not do it, just like they kind of alluded to his hand, you know?
Yep.
Like he cut his hand, and we're like, oh, that's it. That's how he's going to lose his hand, just like in the book.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe Carl, maybe he gets shot in the head near the eye, but doesn't lose his eye, you know?
Maybe. It would be some cool special effects, though. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Carl.
One-eyed Carl.
Oh, Carl.
All right. Yeah, and
actually,
I've got
freaking out trying to fix it. Like, I don't know. I don't have notes for fixing an eye.
Rick's like, here, put some mud on it. Let's wrap this bandage up on it. Oh, yep. So, all right. Well, that's it for this week. Great show. Really it was. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to the mid-season finale. Definitely not looking forward to that break, but it will give me an opportunity to catch up with some of the other shows that I've been watching, like Jessica Jones and so many others.
Yep.
So, but stay tuned. We do have another review show for Into the Badlands. Episode 2 was out this week, and that's a great show. I will try to get a hold of some new stuff to do giveaways with, and I'll let you know. Hopefully next week, maybe I'll have something. So have a good Thanksgiving, whatever. I don't know if you don't eat turkey, whatever you do this week. Go shopping or don't go shopping. Whatever.
Hang out. Watch some football or don't.
Or go back and watch some old episodes of Walking Dead. Or watch our videos on YouTube.
There you go. You should do that. That's probably the best thing.
Definitely. Like, share, subscribe, please. Check out our other videos, Comic Booked on YouTube. You can check out our Facebook page, Comic Booked, or Two Comic Book Dudes, or our website, which may be even easier, comicbook.com, and you can usually find articles associated to each of the videos. So we do appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.
Thanks.